live reading for all Scorpio signs out there. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, guys. Keep in mind that these are general messages, so they may or may not be your reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest for who it's for. You will know if it's your reading because you'll be able to basically resonate with it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the space and bless the reading before we get started. Father, thank you for bringing us here today. Please provide clear and concise messages for us Scorpios out there, Lord. We welcome you in this place, and we ask that you guide this reading. Allow your words to come through, not my own. In Jesus' name we pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we claim these things. Amen. So, hold on just for a second. Just clearing out a few of the decks that I know I'll be using. If you guys are new here, guys, I am offering free 10-minute readings, so you can always book one with me. The email is in the description of this video, so you can just click the description box and read through it. And if you would like to be notified, you can always subscribe. It's 100% free to become a member of the channel. Everything else that you may want to know about me is also in the description, so make sure that you guys check it out. And past readings, if you want to come back and revisit, you can view them in the playlist section under your zodiac, okay? Alright, let's see what we have for Scorpio. Okay, so you have the Four Swords and the Ten of Cups. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm doing a 3-card spread for you guys right now. So bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, all right, interesting. All right, so the Four Swords. Whoo, child. All right, so we have a lot of exhaustion, a lot of tired. Okay, feeling really tired. I feel like you're working towards trying to figure out what makes you happy with family, with friends, how to harmonize the balance between your connections with people. You might be having like a lot of people in your circle right now that's kind of like really into their own thing. They might be somewhat really guarded in regards to like feeling appreciated, because these people are looking at whether or not people are coming into them, trying to take from them or not, and it's putting them a little bit on the defensive. There's also some jealousy, some envy, because these people want to be appreciated, but seeing other people be appreciated might be kind of putting them a little in the offense. I feel like it's kind of exhausting you a little bit, trying to feel like you're in a relationship with people who can really actually appreciate who you are and not actually feel as if they're being betrayed in some way. You do have to, yeah, okay, see. I like this setup, guys, because you guys can actually see the cards which is really nice. So even when I'm pulling from behind the deck, you're seeing it firsthand. So the Seven of Swords is here. So definitely a lot of sneakiness going on, like a lot of betrayal, a lot of treachery. I got that earlier from the Queen of Wands here. People can be rather manipulative in the way that they go about getting what they want. And right behind the Seven of Swords here, you have the Knight of Cups, which talks about basically a lot of people like being really like not genuine with their intentions when they're coming in. They might be coming in a way that seems almost like they're trying to be nice, trying to be caring, trying to be loving. I feel like this is a conditioning that you may have been dealing with for a long time. That's what I'm getting from your reading. I don't have any time cards on here, but it's giving that sense because of the Ten of Cups here. This might be a norm, and it's giving the sense that you might be accustomed to operating in this way. But yeah, defensiveness, feeling like you need to protect yourself because something's just not working, Scorpio. Like, you're very guarded towards this type of energy, and you've not only become guarded towards it, it's almost like you've become the thing that has been treating you this way too. Like I said, it's giving a conditioning kind of a sense. Like, you know, when you're raised a certain way, you behave a certain way. That's almost the energy that I'm getting from this. Someone's been accustomed to people behaving this way, not being genuine with the way that they come off, so they've become this way too. And right behind that's the King of Pentacles. Yeah, like you might be the type of person, or even the people that you're dealing with, that basically kind of puts superficiality above all else. Like, if it looks a certain way, then it's good enough for them. It doesn't have to genuinely be that way. It's kind of depressing, actually. I feel like you've shifted your focus from being able to rely on people having real or genuine motives in their actions to putting all your attention on what you can get out of someone. Especially successful people, people that might have accomplished certain things in their lives. You might be, in a way, kind of like leeching off of them. I don't want to use the word leeching, but taking what you can get out of a situation so you can get what you want out of it. It's very short-sighted. Let's see what we have with this deck. Scorpio. Yeah, lack of commitment. Like, okay. Let me see what's behind this. Yeah, spirit guide in reverse. Scorpio. And then career in reverse. Okay. So, like I was saying earlier, your reading is basically giving off a lot of, like, you might be a part of a community of people that you can't trust. There's no reliability here. Yes, there's connection, but what do you really have if everybody's just in it to get what they can get out of a situation? There's nothing substantial really going on there. This might have something to do with your career, or it could even be affecting your career, your finances, your stability. Because with the lack of commitment being here, is two people being on separate pages, or being at odds with themselves or with others, having differences of opinions, broken contracts, promises. It's giving, I can't rely on you, you can't rely on me, but we're both trying to work together and put up a pretense that we're in the same boat, trying to accomplish the same thing, but in actuality it's giving complete distance. Okay, you have blessings and manifestations below the deck. Something's becoming heavy. I said that earlier. Like, you were pretty much giving off the energy of being really tired of doing the same thing all over again. It's almost like a dog trying to catch their own tail. You keep chasing something and keep chasing it and not getting what you want out of a situation, and it's draining you. Confidence in reverse when it comes to your dreams. There's this desire that you have that you really want to change the outcome of something here, but you're not able to do it because you don't know how to do it. And again, financial health here, I said that. This has to do with your finances. All right. So I'm going to do my typical spread to see what your challenges are, what your obstacles are, what you're currently in, and what's occupying your mind, so we can try and navigate where it is you need to be. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Scorpio. Okay, so your crown, you have protection here. Yourself, which is your challenge, ingenuity. Like I said, it's given this energy like you can't figure out the answer to something. You did have lost and found earlier too. It was in reverse. Scorpio. Oh, that card went all the way down there. Okay. Okay, so your West is talking about trying to find a way to change the outcome of something. We saw that earlier with willpower. And your journey is the difficulty when it comes to releasing. Exhilaration. Okay, so lots of energy, but not a lot of self-trust. Like something could seem exciting, like you might be getting a lot of like false hope offers that keeps coming in, like people promising things and it sounds good, it looks good, seems like a great adventure, and then it just kind of falls flat. And the disappointment from that is kind of deteriorating you a little bit. Like you might be asking yourself if you're worthy of something, or even capable of doing something. There's some self-doubt that's going on here, some very much defeating thoughts when it comes to your capability to accomplish something here. And in regards to things not adding up, inconsistencies when it comes to being able to remedy whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Okay, so your North is talking about protections. Number on the boards, we have 37, 13 in reverse for your journey. Your challenge is 36 in reverse. I'm reading it as 93. Oh, okay, so things could be currently falling apart, like in this moment. Okay, and okay, lots of threes. All these numbers start with a 3. And then your West, you have the number 35. Okay, so you're trying to make a decision. You're taking action to coming into some sort of clarity when it comes to your choices here. 13 in reverse. Now 13 is related to your card, Scorpio, and the tarot deck, the death card. And your planet is Pluto, which basically talks about change and transition. So for you to be in this energy for the number 13th on your journey right now, which is what you're experiencing, this very hard, difficult phase in your life where releasing certain things is hard for you. That's understandable, Scorpio. You naturally bring an energy of change and transition into other people's lives. You kind of are the catalyst for that. It's very understandable that when it comes to you being able to accept certain things or move past certain things for yourself, that can be a little difficult. I always say with the zodiacs, it's always a trait that gifts are given to us so that we can help others. But when it comes to being able to serve ourselves in a certain way, it's almost like it's the hardest thing in the world. It's like a doctor trying to treat themselves or trying to accept a diagnosis. They can treat others, but they're the hardest to treat, you know? It's kind of like that. I'm going to clarify these a little bit for you. I'm going to use this deck. Let's see what protection is. Guys, do me a favor, just go ahead and show some love to the channel. If you can hit the like button and show some support. If you know Scorpio that can benefit from this reading, go ahead and invite them in so they can be a part of the conversation. And keep the chats clean, please. There's no judgment here on the channel. We're all going through a journey, very similar but in different phases, so the messages can help each and every one of us. So be kind. Okay, let's see. Protection for Scorpio. Okay, protect your freedom. Okay. Make some room so I can see the cards clearly. Okay, that helps a little. Bottom of the deck, we have vows. Okay, more commitments, more contracts. Okay. All right, so now protection is clarified by Pegasus. You have 22, 1 in reverse. And hi, blessings, Tommy. Thank you for stopping by. And we have signal 32. So there's this energy with your crown chakra right now, and we're dealing with your head space, which when it's in your north, it's talking about expansion, it's talking about learning, it's talking about gaining new insight when it comes to where it is you're trying to go or where you're being led to go. And with the protection card here, it's actually God's eye, the constellation here. And I don't know if you can notice the letter, how it's leading up to that insight, that divine insight here. But this is where you're being guided at this time. And you're still in the learning phase when it comes to recognizing some sort of signal that you're being provided to help lead you on a path. There's help here. The number 22 talks about having a stable connection when it comes to communication. So some of you guys might actually be very intuitive yourself. You might have a connection with source, but there's this lack of motivation when it comes to being able to trust the messages that you're getting. You have Aries sign in reverse. You might be dealing with an Aries, but when this number is here in reverse, the number 1, it's talking about self-doubt, which you saw come out earlier. It's talking about almost like feeling defeated, going backwards in a sense, falling backwards in a moment within yourself, or even in like some sort of growth that you've been on for a while. You might be feeling like you're going backwards in time, almost like resetting. Maybe a moment in your life is being reset to the beginning so you can try it again and do it better in a different way. But because of this reset, whatever's happening in your life right now, you're feeling somewhat discouraged because of what you're seeing happening around you. But you're being encouraged not to look at the reset as a failure, but as an opportunity, because that's your signal right there. Here's your chance to do something different. The question is, can you see yourself in a positive way going through it instead of seeing yourself as a failure? Let's look at ingenuity. I'm sorry I haven't been on live for a while, guys. It's just I'm doing so much lately. I've been really busy, so I've been trying to pre-record the reading so at least it's posted for you guys. But make sure that you guys are hitting the bell notification so you're notified when I do get a chance to go live, okay? That way you're not missing out. Let's look at ingenuity. Look, it fell out. This card is showing up twice in your reading already. In reverse. Self-trust. It fell out. It's in reverse. Oh, that one went on the floor. Hold on, guys. Okay, I got it. Okay, justice in reverse. I'm going to take this top card. This fell out for you too. You've already seen this in your reading in reverse. Consistency. Something's not fair because it's constantly not going the way that you want it to. It's giving an energy like I don't know if you always feel like you're a failure, Scorpio, but that's the energy I'm getting here. This feeling, and it's starting out with this self-trust in reverse. Doubting yourself because you're feeling like you're consistently failing. That's why you're feeling like you can't figure out the answer to something. And this is your self-doubt. This is your challenge. A challenge doesn't come to break you, Scorpio. It comes to strengthen you. You have to push back at it. What's at the bottom? On ecstasy, Aquarius energy. Can you stand in your own power and your own strength? Can you recognize the value that you have? Can you be honest with yourself? Can you own and appreciate the truth of who you are, what you are, and be able to use that in a positive, healthy way instead of in a way that's destructive? There's no need for you to be pretentious in any form, even when you're dealing with other people. Yes, you may have experienced a lot of this in your life while dealing with family, friends, maybe even in your career. But is it really telling you that that's your life, or is it telling you that you need to shift something in your life because those people, those circumstances, that type of behavior is not serving you, you know? So I'm going to look at sacrifice in reverse. Let's see what we have for sacrifice in reverse. We're going on to your East Tower, the journey that you're on. Creation in reverse. Oh, that one almost went on the floor. Oh, okay, so healing. Okay. And guidance. Look at that. 4-4, bright star. This is actually a card that represents the North Tower, but it's in your East Tower. Told you, you're being guided somewhere. There's a light in the middle of the dirt, the mud, the situation that you're in. There is a spark of light here that's kind of seeing you through rough waters, rough emotional waters right now that might be kind of weighing on your spirit a little bit. But it comes with healing. Whatever's falling apart, there's this need for you to learn to go with the flow, the ebb and flow of things. Like, you can't control everything in your life. You can't control the shifts of time. You cannot control the sands of time. Time exists independently of us, which means change, as you are a sign of change, Scorpio, is something that is natural. It's not something to be afraid of or to run away from, because it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. The only thing you can control is your ability to be okay with that, to be okay and not feel like you need to be rigid or fight against it. Because when you fight against change, who do you think is going to win? Change is still going to happen. The only thing you're doing is kind of fighting yourself, and it's not helping you grow. It's keeping you in a place that's already dead and gone. So you're kind of just sitting in a dead, defecating place where the air stinks, the environment stinks, you know? And then you have creation here in reverse. Like I said, things are falling apart a little bit. That's okay. No need to beat yourself up about it. It happens every day to everyone. Things come and they go. But when they go, they leave room for the new stuff to come in. If you're refusing to let that go, how are you going to grow? All right? Yeah, courage. Look at that. Have courage. You saw strength earlier. It was here. Let me see if I can pull the card out, because it came out earlier. And yeah, look, courage in reverse. And it's here again. Let's look at your West Tower. You might be battling your own fear and anxiety about yourself, Scorpio. That's what I'm feeling off of your reading. The fear of yourself. Why are you afraid of you? I'm gonna dive into that in a little bit, but I'm going to clarify this change. So let's see what we have. Okay, confidence in reverse. I said that. Catalyst in reverse. Whew. You're not ready for something to change? Like, and your outcome is changed. So like I said, this is going to happen whether you want it to or not. It's going to happen. You can't stop this. You might not feel ready for it, but it's here. Strength in reverse. Feeling vulnerable. You might be feeling like you're being attacked right now, Scorpio. Love in reverse. I said that earlier. There's this energy. Where is it? It was the Page of Cups in reverse. And this is usually my Cupid card. Let me see if I can pull it out. Hold on, guys. Yeah, look. This is it here. Page of Cups. This is usually Cupid card. This is, when it's right side up, this is talking about having a genuine offer of love, someone who really cares about you. This doesn't have to be intimate love. It could be family love. It can be a brother-sister type of love. It just shows you that there's someone who genuinely cares about you, who wants to pour into you, who wants to give you a gift of compassion. But there's this deceptive energy that's in your life that you may not be able to see, but Spirit sees this energy. I feel like they're being called out at this moment, which is probably why you're feeling like things are falling apart. You can't trust people. You have to be a certain way. You're on the defense. But this energy is being called out for being fake. And then you have love in reverse here. There's some resentment here. Do you see how she's looking back at this person? Lots of uproaring when it comes to emotions. People might be emotionally unstable around you at this time. You might be feeling like they're lashing out at you or triggering you because they don't feel the way that you're expecting or hoping for people to feel when it comes to caring for you. And that's fair, but at the same time, are these people worth being in your life if they can't give you the blessing of or the gift of this, especially when you're capable of giving it to them? You don't have to have that in your life. There's a reason why Spirit's bringing this to the forefront. He wants you to see what's serving you and what isn't. What's taking you off this path of being able to appreciate yourself the way he appreciates you. There's nothing you can hide from him. He already knew you before you even figured out who you were. And you're still learning. And yet there's love. You know? So I'm going to use this deck here for you, Scorpio. Let me clear this off for a second. I need room. Hold on a second, guys. Scorpio. Oh, cards don't want to cut. Oh, okay. Okay, so I feel like you've been wasting your time. Okay. Growing up quickly, learning some very hard, difficult lessons. You feel like it's happening maybe too fast or all at once. You might feel overwhelmed by this. You have forgetting who you are. Okay, so whatever's happening with this change that you're undergoing right now, it's definitely teaching you some difficult lessons, but it's helping you discover your own truth. That's what I'm seeing here. You're finding out what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, what you really want in your life and what you don't want in your life. It's almost like going to a classroom and learning the details of you. You're reading the book of you. Look what's here. You are rare and you're free. Yes, you might be different. You might be an odd bod in a crowd of people that you know as friends, family, associates. You might be a little strange to them, but that strangeness doesn't mean that you're any less valuable than what they are. If anything, you're even more. You're beautiful. Your uniqueness is what makes you stand out. And some people are going to appreciate that, and some people are going to try and make you suppress that because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Those are people who are struggling with the same challenges you're going through right now, trying to fit in, trying to impress other people so that they feel comfortable because they don't really know how to feel comfortable in their own skin. Can you recognize that? Or are you going to let what they're projecting onto you as their inner feelings detour you from being able to see your own wealth, your own self-worth? Scorpio. I said earlier, guys, I don't do gossiping here. I don't do spying here. If you're looking for a reader that does those types of readings, there's hundreds on YouTube. My page is all about healing. We look deep at ourselves, like almost looking at a mirror to see how we can better ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, so that we're more at a healthy place than being someplace where we're more susceptible to depression, to self-defeating thoughts, emotions that keep us feeling like we're less worthy of who we are. You were created beautifully and uniquely so, which means that is something special. Okay? So you have never jammed today. I feel like you wasted your time on things that just never change. I said that before. Growing up is kind of training you on how to be more confident, how to be more brave, how to be more trustworthy of your own intuition and know who you are and be certain of what it is you're capable of in this life, even when others doubt you. Yes, the situation might not be the best. You might be feeling like you're in a very uncomfortable situation. It might stink where you're at, but it's kind of showing you who you are in the middle of it. Okay, you ever hear that song? That it's not a song. It's like analogy about diamonds being created under pressure. And this situation is kind of giving me like almost like a diamond in the rough, but the rough is smelly and stinky and uncomfortable. Like you might be in a place like that, physically or spiritually or even societal wise. But you're being taught how to find your own happiness in the middle of it, so that you learn for future references that when you run into these types of energies, which you will again, because there's more of this energy than there are of lights, like you, me, or many of us who are trying to discover that inner light so that we can shine in the middle of this, you will find this energy again. But this is kind of toughening you up in a little bit, so when you run into it, it doesn't take away from you. This card says create your own happiness regardless of conditions. Beneath this, you have laws, not justice. We did see some energy earlier when we were looking at the justice card in reverse. You might be feeling like things are unfair. I'm hearing right now that there's been some comparison going on in your life and in your minds when it comes to what other people have and what you have. Like, it might not seem fair, but it was right, spiritually right, divine right. This might even be a court matter. The law was served. The scales were balanced. Karmatic scales were balanced. You're being told not to look at what other people have, because their journey is their journey. Yours is yours. You're still going to end up where you need to be. And you're going to do that at your own pace, not at their pace. So, because looking at what others have right now is going to take away from being able to appreciate what you have and what you're capable of. And that's going to slow you down. It's going to stunt your growth. Okay? Let's see. Scorpio. I don't know what I'm going to title this reading. I might just leave it as is. Yeah. Giving too much of your energy, too much of yourself to people who don't deserve it. Fragments. It's tearing you to pieces. Destroying your confidence in yourself and in others. You have faded to surfer in reverse. Okay? And I won't cry for you. Yeah, you've been giving yourself to people who've been benefiting off of you. Like, they take from you and they don't even care. They won't partake in your pain when you're going through it. Say you're in a situation and you could be homeless. Say that. And you've been the type of person to help other people, but suddenly nobody's around to help you. You know? And, okay. Atonement is in reverse at the bottom of the deck, downward pride, and today for tomorrow. And bride in the cage is waiting. You might be waiting for people to feel bad, but they're not, and you're starting to see their true colors. The fact that these people aren't hurting over what they've been taking from you is actually hurting you. It's making you feel deeply insecure, insignificant. Like you've sacrificed too much of your time, wasted days away. Actually, I'm being called to this deck, so I'm going to use this one. Scorpio. Oh, okay. You guys saw that, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Oh, all right. I got it. Okay. Yeah. I can't make this up. This is kind of cool, guys. I love when this type of stuff happens. It's beautiful. Yeah, back in the day, I used to get spooked out. But now it's like, woo, child. I can't make it up. All right. Listen. All right. So there's definitely a lot of frenemies, fake friends, fake people in your life who don't support you, who don't encourage you. They probably tell you all the wrong things intentionally so they can get the benefit out of it. You cannot trust these people. These people are actually holding you back from evolving, from elevating, from transcending. They're holding you back intentionally from growing. And then you have the snake card along with Magwort Dreams, which talks about connecting with your higher self, spiritually elevating, learning, growing. And it's like these people are trying to stop you from doing that. They, like, you know, people can see your worth a lot of the times before you can. Like, it just vibrates off of you. And when they feel threatened by it, like some people do, they get very vindictive. And it has nothing to do with you. It's definitely showing insecurities in them based off their habits, their actions, and reactions to you as a capable person. But I feel like you've been in a place where you've been translating these reactions as you being bad because that's what they want you to see. Not as you being something that they're afraid to see you become. Because their fear is showing your strength. And I feel like you need to shift your perspective right here, because you're learning. The snake is shedding the old version of them in order to become something new. And this new version of you is you learning to trust your intuition, to trust yourself, to grow, to become wiser. And there's this block with all these fake friends, frenemies, blocking you, keeping you tied and bounded so that you cannot evolve. That's for somebody. I'm going to pull your advice. Advice for Scorpio, please, Father. Thank you. Remember, you're the sign of change. You bring the evolution. You bring the catalyst event. And then look what fell out, guys. I'm going to let you read that for yourself. Just read it. Just read it for yourself. Let me see if I can keep it stable. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? What is your intuition trying to tell you? Because at this point, I feel like it's screaming at you. But it requires you to shift your perspective from looking at things from a lower vibrational point of view, which is the self-doubting point of view, that self-defamational thought process that you might have going on, where people feed negative thoughts into your minds and you start to believe it. Believe the opposite. Can you see yourself? Because your intuition is screaming at you to see it so that you don't miss out on this. This right here, this growth that you have coming in. These are your blockages, the people you're surrounded with. Can you see them for who they are? Because they're definitely showing you. Don't let fear, anxiety, and defeat stop you from being able to see the truth when it comes to them and when it comes to yourself. All right? I'm going to leave that there, guys. I really hope this helps. If it does, please comment below. Let me know. I would love to know. Bottom of the deck, you have the Age of Light. Yeah, this in reverse is basically telling you that you're in a situation right now that you may not feel like you've been prepared for. I said that earlier. Like, change is coming, but you don't feel like you're ready for it, but it's here. You may not have prepared for it, but it doesn't mean that you're incapable of dealing with it. You are literally the embodiment of change. You were created for this. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go now, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you show some love to the channel. You can hit the like button. It's free, guys, 100% free, and it helps the channel circulate so other people here can get the message, so it can help them. All right. And if you want to contribute to the channel, there are ways to do so. Just check out the description below the box here. It tells you all the many ways you can contribute and get something out of it for yourself if you're interested. All right. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Bye, guys.